Hello Facebook ads people, I'm Konstantinos and this is the Facebook ads breaking news podcast. Hi guys, podcast 122, another podcast. We are back into the rhythm of doing content and all of that. I have some very nice videos that are coming on the channel. Not necessarily Black Friday, but there are some new findings and stuff. Before we go into today's topic, which is hot for some people, I would like to tell you first of all that if you're a dropshipper and you're watching this, the course is going to help you a lot. You should go through the course. If you don't believe me, you can see all the reviews, or you can go through the free part and understand what kind of quality the course has. By doing some discussions with people, I realized that after all of the things that happened in the previous years with the courses and everything, people don't believe anymore that there are good courses out there. Let me tell you my part. My part is that I have made a course before that when I launched it, it was very good, but then it became a little bit outdated. But I didn't want to focus on the course at that point, but focus more on YouTube and other things. So I ended up, when somebody was taking it and he didn't like it, to refund him or not even advertise it at all. So I said to myself that if you're going to do another course, it's going to be the best one and you're going to update it. I believe that we launched the course on the 15th of June. And since then I have added another 25 videos. And I have another, I believe, 25 to 30 videos that I'm going to add, which is including also sessions from Chosen 5 and a lot of other things. So yes, in my opinion, it is the best meta ads course in the world, and I want it to stay like this, along with the changes that I will make, and keep it updated all the time. So this is about the course, and of course the sales of the course also prove that. 0 refunds until now. Everybody's very happy with it. Is it a little bit big? Yes, it is big. In my opinion, I should have charged it more, but it would be outside of the market price. It is big, but on the other hand, you have to understand that if you want to learn everything over there, it has to be big. Now, about the podcast. I have seen more and more people coming to the membership inside YouTube, which I get it. It's a no-brainer. With $20, you can just see all the previous videos. 63 videos, for example, of my previous podcast, which is a lot. I guess this is the point that because we have 122, after 60, we started doing the paid version and stuff. So with only 19 per month, you're going to see all the previous videos, the membership ones, and more people are coming because it's a no-brainer. It's up to you if you want to do it. This is a very cost-efficient way, if you don't have the money for the course, to go and just learn more and more about Facebook ads based on the paid parts of answering questions on the podcast. Today, what we're going to discuss is about dropshipping. And we're going to discuss all the things that you need to know about the meta ads in dropshipping. I'm not going to discuss about product research and all of these kind of things because I'm not an expert in those. So in this period that I'm doing the Chosen 5, I do have people that there are dropshippers and they want to learn better Facebook ads, and they have some owners that they have their own businesses and stuff. But I had and I have now several dropshippers. So my perception about dropshipping has changed a little bit also, and there is one of the reasons that I like to do the Chosen 5 is that the students are also teaching you stuff. So through their ad accounts and stuff, I have found several processes about dropshipping which are very important for everyone to follow. We're going to start first of all with the toxicity of dropshipping. The toxicity of dropshipping is that most of the people, if you ask them about their store and stuff, they're going to talk about the revenue that they do. They're going to talk about their spend and stuff, and nobody talks about profit. It's because it's numbers that they want to dazzle, okay? And most of the times these people are inside groups that there are other people that's only a small portion of the people have been successful with dropshipping. And all of these people, when they're trying to make it, they also follow numbers which are big in order to, because when you make it, you have to say that, look how much I spend and stuff. The point is not how much you spend. The point is the profit. So touching on this subject, I have realized with some of my students, because I was working also in mentality, in terms of mentality with them about several things. One of the things that we are working is, don't care about how much you spend, care about the profit. I know that it sounds really simple, but you have to understand that these are people that they have been intoxicated with all of this information, and you have to help them overcome it. Maybe you, that you're watching this video and that you're doing dropshipping, you are always thinking with revenue. You're not even thinking with profit. You want the profits, but for you, for example, it's better if you spend, in your mind, it's better if you spend 10K in one day or 500K in 1 month with 10K in profit, instead of you spending 100K in 1 month with 25K in profit. So this is the mentality that I have seen, which was completely wrong and I had to fix. I have seen, for example, one example. This person was having 100K spent and 30 to 40K profits every month. And then he decided to scale to 200K. The first month it worked. Instead of 30K, he made 40K, for example, profit. And the next month he was making 7K, 8K, 9K, 10K before he comes to my program. And what happened was that maybe this scaling sounds appealing, that you're spending 200K, 300K per month, but if the profit is not there, it doesn't make any sense. The way that we worked is that we lowered the spend, and now he's making more profit from the profits that he was having before. So don't think of it as, what am I going to say, that I'm spending only 100K per month? Don't care about it. Care about the profits that you're having, because this is what is going to help you to do another store and another store, and you're going to pile it up. Another thing which I have found in the dropshipper situation is that people are emotionally attached to campaigns, and we're going to talk in a little bit about the winners, but for now, let's talk a little bit about emotional attachment. So one exercise that I have done is I told them, go into your ad account tomorrow, okay? Except from the fact that you should be tracking in the previous thing the profits every month in order for you to track if you're losing or not. The most important thing is also to not look at it from, because if you track the profits, you're going to be able to spot what I'm going to say now. You're having, for example, one product that it was your winner product, and you started scaling it and stuff, and then it's very difficult for you to actually lower the budget or don't believe anymore to it or slow it down or whatever that may be. The problem is that you're seeing it from an emotional side, because this is a product, it's like you are coming with me now, we go to the bar, we're having drinks, everything is fine. You cannot just decide the next day that I'm not good, because you have the memories over here. So it's the same situation with these campaigns, that you have the memories. So the exercise that I did is I told them, go into your ad account. Start seeing your ad account as if it's one of your friends' ad account, and you're just criticizing numbers. Don't criticize the fact that you know this campaign, you know this product, you know that it has scaled and all of that. Try to do it as an exercise, and let's say that you go in another account without knowing anything, and you just look at the numbers. And the results were ridiculous, okay? Because the people were going and they were closing campaigns that they would never imagine that they would close. Think of it like this. Imagine that you go into a new house, and when we go into new houses, also I'm in the process of going next year into my new built house, and everybody talks about minimal, right? You just say, I want my house to be minimal and stuff, in the way that you see it on an Airbnb, or when you rent something. And then by the time you add this and this and this, my desk is a very good example of how I kept adding things from my trips, from this and that, and then it becomes flooded. The same thing is happening on the ad accounts. You're having this emotional attached campaign, this and this and this and this, and because you're keeping them for different reasons, then you end up having something which is a little bit saturated, and you're having so many campaigns inside that you don't want to remove because they have worked for you at some point and you made money, but you're not accepting that they're not making you money now. So we have this pile-up effect of bad campaigns, especially on dropshippers that they have made it, and then I see their ad account 1 year later or whatever. And this is the point that they're starting losing. Why though this is different from what I'm saying about other businesses? For example, I'm saying that on other businesses we should keep the campaigns for a long period of time and stuff. Here we have competition. It's not like in the other brands we're having an item that everybody is going to use. It's going to, even with the same creatives. The mentality of copying each other in dropshipping is something which is normal, and even dropshippers accept it and they are not angry with it. So over here we have to be faster with our decisions because the competition is going to catch up and it's going to start copying everything, which brings me closer to the topic of the winners, as we call them. And before that, I would like to touch again on profits. So there are several processes that I have done with them in order for them to understand that they need to work with profits and all of that. So first process, we're working with average results, okay? It's something that you're going to do because a lot of times I hear people saying, yeah, I'm going to work with multiple campaigns and all of that. No, you're going to work with multiple campaigns, but you need to know the processes also in order for you to work with multiple campaigns, how you work with average results. If you're optimizing on ABO level or CBO level, how are you going to downscale, how you are going to scale. So first things is that, okay, we have a system over here of working with multiple campaigns, but it's not just that, you know, it's not like I'm going to do multiple campaigns and that's it. It's also the other things that you will do in order to support this decision. So first of all, in dropshipping and the situation, we are having multiple campaigns because we're going to test multiple products. If we're having one item dropshipping store, then we're talking about different angles and stuff. The most successful dropshippers I have seen right now, they're mostly on the clothing part and not necessarily on one item dropshipping. I have one or two that they're selling not clothing but different items, but they do it also with stock in many cases and not just pure dropshipping. So in case number one, you work with multiple campaigns, different products, you are testing in a different way. Very big question, testing. How much should I be testing? You are going to test as much as you can absorb. I have no problem if you come and tell me I have money, this is a new store for me. I just want to go through the process of actually testing a lot of products until I find something that's working and all of that. After your ad account starts rolling, what you need to do is you need to have testing, which is going to be absorbed by the profits. There's no point for you to lose all of your money on testing. Now, there are a lot of times people saying that you're not testing enough or you're not spending enough and all of that. Well, let me tell you this. If somebody is doing dropshipping and is asking you to have 100K or 200K to spend in order for you to become successful, then there is no point for you to do dropshipping. There are other businesses with 100K or 200K that will make you more money and faster instead of you investing to learn dropshipping on that. Dropshipping is just a way of low budget so that you can make it, and then you can be able to invest your money in other things and stuff, or even to dropshipping with a more aggressive terms. But if somebody is asking for someone who is a beginner to spend 100K just to make it on dropshipping, I think it's completely wrong. Don't forget over here that there are people that they are not mature enough when they are getting some sales on dropshipping to be able to maintain it and actually build on it. I have seen people that they were fortunate enough to have stores that they were working since day one, having very good profits, and now they work 9 to 5. Why? Because they were unlucky to be lucky finding a product really fast when they were not mature enough. And by that I mean that if you dropshipping and doing Facebook ads is just one part. If you don't have the processes or the people that you need to hire or how you're going to fulfill orders or everything, you know, then everything is going to collapse, and I have seen it happening. So a lot of times part of the journey, which is the fact that you're going to do one store, it's going to fail another, this is something that makes you stronger on dropshipping, and some people are going to, you know, stop, which I get it, but I have seen people that they were fortunate enough to be successful on the beginning, and this didn't last because they were not mature enough in this business. So having early success without guidance, most likely it means that you're going to be doomed and you're going to stop. Having failures and then eventually the success comes, that means that you're going to be able to be more mature and actually be able to use that and monetize it and capitalize on that. The thing is that in all of these, you need guidance. And of course, with your skill set and knowledge and all of that, you can go up to a point. But then on the sessions, we were realizing that a lot of things that were happening in the ad account, it was just pure luck. And we're going to talk a little bit about the winner products, as you call them in dropshipping. But before that, the processes. Don't forget again that if somebody is asking you to spend enormous amounts of money on dropshipping, it's not about that. Dropshipping is about, I have a little bit of money, I'm investing it, I'm trying to make it happen and all of that. It's not about, I have a starting capital and stuff. It is about that when you will have 1 or 2 successful stores and you start a third idea and you want to make the process faster. So, we discussed about profits and why it's important to look at them, how the other accounts are getting saturated with that. Now let's discuss on processes. Processes, then we will discuss winner products and testing also. So processes. So average results. Okay, so average results is something that you need to watch anyway if you're doing multiple campaigns. CB optimization, AB optimization. Do I want to focus on the hot pockets? I'm going to do CBO with different assets, crazy method or different targeting. Do I want to focus on creatives? I'm going to focus on a single ABO with multiple ads. Maybe I'm going to do a hybrid, maybe 5 products with 2 creatives on each. Maybe I'm going to do 10 products. Maybe I'm going to do 3 products with 4 creatives on each. It depends on what I want to test, but if I want to do it like this on a single ABO ad set, then I'm focusing on the products or I'm focusing on the creatives. We will talk later about testing and how you can, no, let's talk now. You are going to do something that makes sense, okay? If you have an AOV of 150 or whatever, you're going to put 100 in your campaign and you're going to focus on creatives on the ad side. I don't think that you should do immediately CBOs unless if you have seen something working in the past and you want to try it all over again. But other than that, I would do single ad set ABOs. Maybe it's going to be broad, maybe it's going to be something else. But I would try to just focus more on the creative part. About testing, you should not be spending more from the money that you'll be making, especially if you have another account rolling, even if that means that you're going to do slower testing. I see people obsessed with testing and losing money, while testing has to be just part of your other account and you're going to be able to absorb the mistakes or whatever, which are not mistakes. We're going to touch on this in a little bit. So there is not a blueprint on testing. If you just want a blueprint, I would do, let's say, 100, 5 ad sets, 1 ad set, 5 products, 2 creatives on each. Last thing, I will leave the creatives because I want to talk about it extensively. Now, next process. We discussed about average results, we discussed about testing. The next process that we're going to have over here is that we're going to talk a little bit about the profits. So you need to see a correlation between Meta and Triple Whale or whatever you're using in order for you to be able to understand that whatever optimization I'm going to do is going to be inside Meta based on what Meta sees. But at the same time, I'm trying to find what kind of ROAS do I need to see on Meta in order for me to be able to interpret it on Triple Whale? So if I see 1.8, for example, I'm seeing 2 on Triple Whale, then I know that my correlation is this. I'm going to optimize with the data that Meta sees inside the Ads Manager, but I'm going to know that when I'm hitting 1.8, in reality, it's 2. Then I'm going to check my profits and I'm going to see, for example, I'm increasing the budget of one campaign. First of all, daily loop theory. Am I going to have cannibalization in between, especially if I'm using the same creatives and not different ones? is it scaling? I'm having videos inside the course now that they're explaining how it looks scaling. For example, I have one, I don't think it's uploaded yet, but I'm having one case study that I'm spending 10K per week, and then gradually I increase this to 20K per week, and you can see the number of sales increasing without cannibalization, and you can see also that Meta is stopping me on 1,300 sales, no matter if I spend 19K, 20K, 21K, 22K. That means that I need to scale with more products, with more campaigns and all of that, which is what I'm trying to do right now. But still, I'm showing you how it looks when an ad account is scaling. So correlation between Meta and Triple Whale, checking the profits there. I'm increasing my budget by from 500 to 600, 700. Okay. How can I increase it? Am I seeing, for example, 3 ROAS and I want 2 ROAS in reality? That's a very easy decision to make, because what's the worst case scenario? That it will drop to 2 ROAS. Okay, still I will take the volume. Then I'm going to check my profit. I had $500 profit and then I increased by 200 and my profit is still 500. That means that I'm winning nothing out of this, okay? So it's better for me to not take the risk and lower down to the to 200 minus again, instead of me taking the risk if Meta is not giving me bigger profit and it's just killing my profits. Why? Because of the daily loop theory. So when you know all of these things and you are able to spot it in the ad account, then you're not doing things by luck. Then we are a little bit more aggressive in terms of scaling, and I will tell you why. So a lot of times people in dropshipping, they are using the same creatives because this is what they are taking from AliExpress or other sites like CJ Dropshipping or whatever. That means that you are actually having competition with the same creatives on different ad accounts, and Meta is just not going to say anything about it. It's going to give one sale here, one sale there, one sale there. So it's up to you to either have, if you have scaled the product, to maintain it so that the others feel like it's not a winner, or it's up to you to do other creatives in order for you to be able to break this loop, do better work than the others. One thing that I was always saying to the students that are inside the 2005 is that think of something. If something that you have as an idea, for example, I'm not having good results with, for example, I'm using broad targeting and my ads are doing well. Can I scale if I do another campaign with ad sets that they have interests? The answer is that if something looks like it's something that a lazy person would do, a lazy dropshipper, then that means that a lot of people are going to do it, so don't do it. Okay, so in order for you to be able to be better than the others, you need to do things that the others are not doing. And in this case, the question, what would a lazy dropshipper do? And if the answer is exactly this thing that you're thinking, then don't do it. Do something else that needs more time and more effort. And one of these things is better creatives. So everybody is going to use the same creative because most of the dropshippers are lazy. This is the truth. And the people that I have seen working really hard in dropshipping and making it are the ones that they have also a very strong work ethic. So when you're doing different creatives, you're also differentiating. Another process that that we need to talk about over here is scaling and downscaling, okay? And then I promise you we will go to the products and the creatives. The scaling and downscaling. Very important thing is to understand that when you're scaling, you're having profits, okay? You see over there, it's green. So when you're scaling, the worst thing that you're seeing, if it is a good period and you're having good results, is that you are going to be getting, instead of 500 profit, 450, then 300, then 200, but it's still a profit. So in this case, you're not panicking. Do you know what's the biggest problem? That everybody can scale, but almost nobody from the people that I have met doesn't know how to downscale. This is why for dropshippers, I believe that working with a one campaign strategy, it's really bad because it doesn't give you the flexibility of the multiple campaigns. Let me explain. When you're scaling and you're in a good period and your product is scaling, and this is what you should do, by the way, because a lot of people are going to tap in and you need to start spending more with this one as fast as you can, as long as you know where you're going to stop, so that you can be able to be the bully of the market and everybody who comes thinks that this is not a winner product, okay? Because they don't understand the bigger picture that somebody else is actually scaling this product. So what you need to do is that you need to scale it really fast, and you need to have results over there that make sense. So imagine that if you're in a period, for example, that it's good and the demand it's here, and you are scaling up to the point that you're just going to the critical level of finding the exact demand, then when the bad period comes, you're going to start losing. The bad period doesn't have to be a bad period from Meta. It can be more people seeing the fulfillment of your orders and coming and advertising with your product. So the situation is this: try to scale, but leave also a small cushion in between. But when you're going to do scaling, don't do it slowly. You can do it pretty aggressively, because you have found something that others are not tapping right now. So the scaling process has to be really fast, and you should go really fast with scaling, especially if it's working well, but also understand when you need to stop. Scaling is very easy because everybody can actually do it, because we're talking about profits and you're not panicking. The problem is downscaling. Let's say, for example, that I'm starting losing money over there. What is happening with most people is that they're panicking, and they come and they say, okay, now I'm losing $200. The next day they touch it again, another $200. The next day they touch it again, they lower budgets most of the times, again and again and again. And this creates a domino effect. A lot of times when we're doing downscaling or even scaling, you're going to see that the next day there is a buffer day, which results are going to be really bad, because it still needs time to understand your new budget, even if you're downscaling or upscaling. Sometimes on scaling, it works immediately the next day, which means that you have to be more aggressive. But most of the times there is a buffer. That's why we're taking 7 days periods, because even if one day is doing bad, then the next day Meta is going to fix it. How many times have you seen that you have one bad day and the next day is very good? So in the 7 days intervals, it's going to be shown. So processes. We're understanding when we're having cannibalization. We're understanding when a product is scaling through the processes. And the other thing is that we are able to understand that we need to leave a cushion on scaling. Scaling is very easy when you do it. The problem is downscaling. Let's touch a little bit on downscaling. I'm downscaling my budget down. I'm doing, let's say, from 1,800. And I'm seeing that the next day my results are bad. I'm not going to touch it. The next day again, I'm going to leave it. The third day, I'm going to take a decision, because I'm trying to find where it has to stabilize again. I'm not trying to find, this is how the ad accounts collapse. Have you heard this expression that I scaled to 200K, then my ad account collapsed? You scaled and then you didn't know where to stop on your downscaling. You were just touching every day. I do an exercise a lot of times with people on the Chosen 5. We go on a call, and don't get me wrong, it's a very expensive service. It's 10K per month, but it's daily calls. And we go inside and it says, yesterday I had bad results. I say, okay, perfect. Today there's not going to be any call. You're not going to touch that account, go for a coffee, do something else. And then the next day we go and the results are very good. And what I'm trying to prove with that to them is that the changes that you were going to do the previous days are irrelevant. And when you start seeing the daily loop theory, the cannibalization, how Meta treats it and stuff, everything is rigged, okay? And you're going to get what Meta believes that you should get in the 7 days, or how much you should scale. So it's up to you understanding the bigger game and not thinking that the changes that you have done in the previous day actually influence the results. If you have this mindset, then you're going to understand that in the downscale, when you're downscaling your budget, you should not keep touching every day, ruining it more and more and more, causing more problems. You should lower the budget and leave it for 2 days. Lower the budget, leave it for 2 days. I know it's painful because you are losing money instead of having profits, but at the end of the day, it's your fault also that this has happened, okay? And that means that you have scaled much more from where you should have been. So, and even if you don't want to do it that gradually, let's say that you're spending 5K, for example, in one campaign. If you don't want to do it like this, do 2.5K and wait for 2-3 days. Okay? Don't just go through the process of doing 4,500, the next day 4,000, the next day 3,500. this means that your ad account is going to be doomed and you're going to start to build it all over again. So downscaling is also very important as a mindset, as a process, and you need to do it like this. And last thing that I want to touch is the creatives and understanding a little bit the winners. As you can understand, all of these things came from discussions with the dropshippers and stuff. I mean, don't take it from the wrong perspective, because I realized that all of the things that they were doing, they were by luck, and I will explain why. So imagine that you're having a product which is working for you and you call it winner. This is not just a winner for you, it's a winner for everyone. The thing is that maybe someone else was scaling this product and he stopped because he died, because his PayPal blocked him, because his Shopify, because of this and that and that. Okay, it doesn't matter why, but you have to understand that if you're doing a proper analysis for the products, all of the products that you're choosing are winners and they have been scaled by others. Some of them more, some of them less. What really makes me crazy, and I think of it and I don't understand it, is that all of you are just tapping the same product with the same creatives, because this is what you take from the AliExpress or the other places that you're finding the products. And this sounds crazy to me, you know, I would have never done it, you know, because you're advertising, but I know about the bigger thing about the cannibalization and all of that. So all of you, maybe 50 people at the same time, you're using the same creatives. Some of you think that it's not a winner product because 1 or 2 people are actually scaling this product right now, and the metrics that you're taking are bad because Meta is just giving you one sale and stuff, and maybe you were unlucky to just test this product in a bad period. So if you think of it, the whole idea of winners and stuff is just bullshit. It's just the timing that you're going to have in a product, if someone else is tapping it. And in my opinion, the way to overcome all of this is to do better creatives. So don't try to advertise with the same creatives that everybody else is doing. Can you create the creatives and make better ones, even with the help of AI, so that you can overcome the competition and actually you are going to be the one that you're going to make it unsustainable for them? That's the most important realization that you have to do. All of the products are winners. It's up to the timing that you touch them, and it's up to how much someone has scaled it and if there is room for someone else. So if you think of it, you didn't find a winner. You were lucky enough to find a product at some point that would make sense. And this is why dropshipping is working with people that they are consistent and they make it for a long period of time, because it will take you time. If you're lucky enough to find it immediately, you're not going to appreciate it and you're going to fail. So the realization about creatives is this: all of the products are great. All of the products that you are seeing from your analysis are winners. It's up to when you touch them. The second thing, you scaled it. You scaled it by luck. You didn't understand all of the things that I'm saying now. So there's a book which is called the mentality, or the things that brought you here won't get you there. Perfect. You have reached to the point that you are spending 100K per month with your knowledge. Can you now go to the next level, understanding all the things that I said today and make it better, scale in a better way, understand cannibalization, understand the correlation, average results, optimization, understand that this is not a winner for you, this is not a product for you right now because someone else is scaling it. Understand all of this kind of stuff, okay? Understand that there are people that they're just taking winners from others and they do better creatives than they win them. This is what marketing is. Marketing is about the product that you're going to use, but how you're going to put it under marketing in a better way in front of people so that they can buy it from you. So all of these things about dropshipping are important, and in my opinion, if you're running ads with the same images as everyone else, then you're just the 99% of the lazy dropshippers. You need to start testing immediately with other creatives, better creatives than the others. Are you doing clothing? Don't just show the shoe. Show a whole fashion proposition of how someone can wear the shoe. And you can do all of these kind of things, not necessarily different angles. For example, a different angle would be to have a shoe for increase of height. No, just focus on the fashion thing. And with this way, you're going to be able to overcome the daily loop because you're having different products, you do better creatives and all of that. And if you do better creatives, imagine that the others are going to use it's going to be more difficult for people, first of all, to catch up and use the same creatives as you. And the second thing is that you're going to use a better creative if you're successful with it, while the others are using a worse creative, all of them, and they're just losing money while you're capitalizing on the fact that they don't understand this kind of things. Last thing about DMCAs. DMCAs is when you're just telling to Meta that this person is using my creatives and stuff. You're opening the Pandora's box. I have seen people going back and forth with each other with DMCAs. At the end, they both got banned, and it was extremely difficult also to get that banned with insiders also. So be careful with that, because you open the Pandora's box and you don't know if the other person is crazy or a big hustler to just care about destroying you or whatever. That's all that I had for dropshipping and the things that I had to say about mentality. I know it's a lot, but it's compiled information and knowledge coming from many mentorships with people that they are successful. They reached a point, they didn't understand a lot of things that they were doing them bad, or they had a bad mentality from previous mentors that all they care about was the revenue and how they're going to show a print screen, which makes sense for them to attract people, but not for you after some point if you want to make profits. And it's coming also from the fact that in all of the cases with them, some of them were having less profits and stuff. Now all their accounts are stable, and we're going through the Q4, and they were making more money from what they used to make, because all of these bad things that we have to work together on. And also this urge of scaling. If it doesn't make sense, don't scale. Just go for the profits. And this is more rewarding than posting an image to a channel or a Discord group and saying that I spent $500,000. Okay, I'm starting being toxic with this kind of people, by the way, in groups. So if someone posts, I will ask how much was the profit. And guess what? Most of the times the answer is going to be, nah, I didn't make profit, I was testing a lot this month. All of the time excuses and stuff just to avoid. But at the end of the day, you are proud of something that you shouldn't be proud of, which is spending $500K without profit, or with less profit from what you would have done with $300K. You spend another $200K. This is not a normal business to talk about repeated customers. Yes, you're going to have some repeated customers, but this is all about finding products, flipping them as fast as you can. If they hold for a long period, they hold. But this is all about that, and it's not about building a brand that is going to have repeated customers. So the $500K, the $200K, for example, extra, it's going to be paid later from the repeated customers that they will be on the business and stuff. The lifetime value here doesn't exist. You're going to have some repeated customers. You should be doing email marketing. I'm not against that. But this is not what dropshipping is. So I hope that this is going to help all of you. This is the bigger level. This is the bigger level of dropshipping, and this is how you should be thinking. The people that I'm talking with, and we have gone through these processes, they are now making more money. But it's not like they don't understand that they were lucky. They don't understand the bigger game. They don't understand that whatever they have done right now, it's something that it was done by luck. They do understand now all of these concepts, and this is what is going to help them become better, and even have another store, and even scale these stores. Last thing, just because you want to scale a product infinitely, and this is again my beef with the one campaign strategy, it doesn't mean that you can. You have to understand that, especially in dropshipping, it's not about the creatives. It is about the creatives. It's not about the product, but it's about how much the product can be absorbed from the market. Now, if you find another angle that nobody else is actually tapping, it's going to sell more. But if you're doing the same product as everyone else, this product is going to have some demand. This demand is not going to be higher just because you want to scale it infinitely and buy your Lambo. Okay, so it's going to be up to a point. And you have to understand that these are the messages that you need to see inside the ads manager of how much something is scaling or not. Try to do other creatives, but if it doesn't, move to the other product and test other products at the same time, establishing them, because this is what dropshipping is all about. Dropshipping is all about being able and having the luxury of moving from one product to the other really fast without having stock. And if you're not utilizing the main thing, which is this and the biggest advantage, then you're not doing dropshipping properly. Okay, so I hope this is going to help all of you. You know that in the beginning of my channel I was negative to dropshipping. I must admit that I haven't met very good professionals doing it. But then I met people, I have seen numbers, I'm not stupid. And I changed my opinion. It can be successful. I have seen people that made a lot of money, not with teaching others. They made a lot of money by doing dropshipping and stuff. If ever AI is going to take over our jobs, this is the first thing that I'm going to do. I'm going to do dropshipping with some of my friends and stuff. But right now I don't have the time. But if something happens, I'm going to do e-commerce and dropshipping. I think it's the easiest way to make money if you know what you're doing. But on the other hand, you have to understand that there is a very big majority of people that is failing. I will close with this. 3 years ago, I worked with a very big dropshipping company. It's not the company that changed my opinion about dropshipping. I changed my opinion about dropshipping when I started seeing people that they were having successful stores and stuff, and that it was sustainable for years and different products, different stores and stuff. And then I met also my students, which are profitable and stuff. With this business yet, I wasn't convinced. They have done 200 stores. I have done the ads for all of the stores, and I can tell you that a ratio of the successful stores was 9 stores. So out of 200 stores, concepts, ideas, it was a company in Switzerland. They had 9 successful stores, which is also consistent with the numbers that I see inside groups. You will see that out of the 100 people, 10 people are going to be successful with dropshipping. Now, stupid questions like, what kind of campaigns should I do in Germany? Which kind of creative is working there? What kind of targeting should I use to sell watches? These are stupid questions. And I know that I'm saying that they are not stupid questions, but questions that haven't been asked. But that means that you don't understand Facebook ads yet. So focus more on studying Facebook ads. Go through the videos and stuff. When you feel ready that you have some level, go to the course or keep watching videos and stuff, and then you're going to become better with meta ads and dropshipping. So yes, there is a lot of failure in dropshipping, but mostly because of the thing that I told you. I believe it's all about being consistent, and eventually something is going to crack up for you and you are going to take it from there. And these are things that people don't understand, or they're not being told to people because they're going to be discouraged. After some point, that they're not going to be able to follow the process to become successful. Also, the work ethic. If you're lazy, most likely you're going to fail with dropshipping. Bottom line is that not all of you are going to be successful with dropshipping. I get it. A small percentage is going to make it. Most of the times is the people that they stayed for the longer because the others got disappointed, or they didn't have money, or life caught up and they had to find a job. And then there is this part of some people that they were lucky enough to find it fast. They didn't appreciate it, they lost it. The most able people are the ones that they have been really exhausted in this situation, but they were but they always kept their work ethic, they kept working, and they kept progressing, and eventually it worked out for them. I cannot tell you if it's going to work for you or not, but I'm just sharing with you how it worked for other people. Maybe it's going to help you, maybe not, maybe it's going to make you quit. I cannot tell you that you should not quit. I cannot tell you if you have to continue. Do you know what am I going to tell you? At the end of the day, all of us, even the people that I teach or the freelancers, I have showed so many people how to make money with Facebook ads. Everybody gets what they deserve at the end of the day. The people that they were better, they make more money. The people that they were bad, they make less money. The people that they're hustlers and they didn't see it seriously, they make less money, or they were making a lot of money and now they make less. Everybody gets what they deserve at the end of the day. This is what I believe, and this is what I have seen in the long-term situation. But don't believe that the idea that they give you that dropshipping is easy. It's easy. What I want you to take from this video is that all the things that we said are important for you to understand, but maybe you're not mature enough inside this in order for you to understand everything. Keep watching, keep grinding, and eventually save this video, and maybe you're going to watch it later and you're going to understand exactly what I'm talking about for all of the topics that we discussed. And I was not going to be able to do all of that if I didn't have students inside my Chosen 5, because I also take from the Chosen 5, not only give. Enough with the topic. It's a huge topic, I know, but we need to go to the questions. Let's go to the first one. Hey Kate, great video always. Would you be able to show us in practice how the day version would look like, or do you think your all crazy method video is enough and applies to today's day? So the crazy method is all about duplicating the same ad set multiple times. So yes, it's the same situation over here. There's no need for me to do one campaign to take you by the hand and show you how it looks. Also, you're running one CBO, one ad set, 5 to 10 ads optimizing in the ad level way, or are you also doing one CBO, various ads to then move them to crazy method campaign? So it depends on what you want to do. As I said earlier, if you want to focus on the products or on the creatives, you're going to do single ad set with ads. You know at this point that broad is working for you, you know your budgets and stuff. If you don't know all of this kind of stuff, you have a new pixel, you're trying to find targetings, you wanted to focus on hot pockets, you're going to do a CBO, and maybe after something is working, you're going to move it to a crazy method, or even you're going to scale it as it is, depending on the ROAS and the results that it has and the volume. Apologies if I'm making you repeat anything again. Perhaps I missed to understand. Many thanks. No man, all good. Thank you very much for the questions. That was a great explanation. Thank you. I understand it. Now I will for sure expand my knowledge by getting the course. See you there. Thank you, man. And thank you for buying the course. That's all, guys. Thank you very much for watching. And I had so much fun on this podcast. And I will see you on the next one. This is the end of the first part of the Facebook Ads Breaking News podcast. If you don't want to miss the second half of the podcast, where I'm answering all the remaining questions of the week, visit my Patreon page following the link on the description. This was the Facebook Ads Breaking News podcast. Like it or not, it is what it is.